trying to have me admit that? Like,
Welcome back. While Sarah Boone figures out what's what and how many, let's head back to the courtroom. Revisit testimony from the only person Sarah could find to assist with her documentation, and dive a little more into the defense team strategy for trial. I don't think Judge Cranick was too happy with the defense for this move. Kind of thing.
But you don't know who, if anybody, put those marks on her, right?
Well,
Just calls for yes or no.
I can tell when they must have had an argument or something. I hear the dogs barking.
Okay. And you're 5 doors down, right? Unit 8, Unit 3?
Yeah.
Okay. No other questions.
Any redirect examining?
It seems the defense was only prepared to negotiate a plea deal, but trial was a different kitty. Most of us fans knew more about the case than he did. He was blindsided at trial by the evidence. He seemingly let Sarah Boone run the show, which really worked out in the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Y'all know me, I'm James Owens, along with Tony Henderson and the girls.
The girls' comment turned a lot of people off. It seemed belittling, like when he offered the girls to be Sarah's glam squad. He presented them as part of the team, then referred to them as girls hanging out with Sarah doing makeup, and himself this wholesome down-home boy from Milton. James attempted the good old boy from a small town approach, as if he didn't understand the gravity of the crime, or like it would help Sarah's defense for that matter.
From Milton, I think y'all figured that out, that we were from out of town. Santa Rosa County, it's northwest Florida, close to Pensacola. And my buddy Kevin Beck, he's a longtime friend, he's from New Mexico. The team, the defense team, is here, and we're here to represent Miss Sarah Boone. And we feel confident that we're going to be able to show you why she's not guilty. Okay? And we're going to try our best to help you make the right decision. Okay? But yeah, Milton's a small town.
Objection. Providence.
Overruled.
I'll tell you how small it is. 7 miles away is another small town called Pace. And we didn't know what to expect coming down here to Orlando.
Providence.
Judge, I'm allowed to.
I'll give you a little bit more for intro, but then we need to get into it.
I'm going to get into it, but I wanted to say, it's a small town, good people. We've been down here 3 weeks. We didn't know what to expect. We've been surprised. From
Objection. Improper argument.
Mr. Owens, approach. Objections overruled.
all I wanted to say is just, since we've been here, we've been treated with respect and hospitality, and just like we've been at home. We appreciate that. Now, I'm going to do some reading, and then I'm going to do some talking. But you are the only ones, in this case, because Sarah Boone was arrested, that's going to be able to look at it critically and objectively. Objectively. Not like the state attorney.
Objection. Improper argument.
Overruled.
Objectively. And the law in Florida gives y'all the power and authority to do that. The state attorney can't make the decision. They can't make the decision. They can try to influence you. And we're going to talk about some of the things they did here in this trial. And some of the things they said.
Objection. Objection. Any motion?
Yes.
Watch as James compares Sarah once again to the elite of our society.
Spoke of the veterans that she had treated for post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't know if you remember her testimony, but she spoke about some of the veterans that had been in the war in Iraq, you know, and people in war a lot of times get post-traumatic stress. It used to be called shell shock and other things. But people in wartime, or police officers will get...
Enough of that. Let's get back to Ms. Walker and how well she could hear. Sarah and George fight.
For us.
What did you say?
Can you state and spell your name for the record
Pearl
for us?
Walker. Pearl Walker, Walker.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Mr. Beck, you may proceed.
Good afternoon, Ms. Walker. Ms. Walker, do you know the defendant, Sarah Boone?
Yes.
How do you know her, ma'am? How do you know Ms. Boone? If you can't hear me, just ask me to repeat myself. And I'll
Okay,
do so.
okay.
How do you know Ms. Boone?
She lived in the same apartment building that I lived in.
And can you tell us how long the two of you shared the same apartment complex, apartment buildings?
About 4 years.
And how is it that you became familiar with Ms. Boone?
My husband and I was sitting out on the porch, and we see her coming with her 2 dogs.
And what happened then?
Then I would call her over with with her dogs.
And what do you mean by call her over?
When I see her walking with a dog, and I see her and I look at her, and I say, "Hey, Sarah, how you doing?" And that's it.
And would she generally respond to you?
Yes.
And how, well, I won't go there. Would you spend time with Ms. Boone?
Did I spend time?
Would you spend time speaking with Ms. Boone?
Yes.
How long would you speak with her?
About 15 or 20 minutes. That's all.
And was your husband sometimes involved in those conversations as well?
He just say hi.
So you and Ms. Boone were the 2 primary communicators?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the time that you knew Ms. Boone, did you witness anything about her person or her body that gave you cause for concern?
Sometimes I would see it like she had been choked around her neck or her arm be hurt. Have a mark on her arm. And I just asked her.
And would she describe how that happened?
She just say, I had a...
Hey, hang on.
Understand.
The objection is
I can-
sustained.
When you would ask her that, how did she appear to you to respond emotionally to your questions about her injuries?
She just say, one of them days or something.
Objection sustained.
Just for the record, instead of telling us what she would say, would she demonstrate any emotion on her face?
Well, I would see the emotion that she was upset about something.
And did you ask about her obvious upset persona? Her upset, the fact that she was upset? Would you ask her about that?
Yeah, well,
Okay, you have to just limit your answer to the question. Would you ask her about that issue? About why she was upset?
yeah.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I just can't go beyond that. Thank you. Now, how frequently would that occur?
If it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time.
I would say on the weekends when I see her.
Was that primarily when you saw her on the weekends?
Mostly I would see her walking through, going to her place, and and I'm sitting on the porch and I see her then.
Now, strike that. While you were there, in that apartment complex. And excuse me for getting ahead of myself. Do you still live in that apartment complex?
No,
How long have you been gone from that apartment complex? If you don't know, that's fine.
oh, it's been a while.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's a nice lady,
Overruled.
nice to me.
Did she ever act uppity?
Objection, relevance.
Overruled.
Did she ever treat you in an uppity manner?
What you mean, sir?
Did she ever look down on you as a person?
Oh, no,
Did she ever treat you with disrespect?
no.
I'm going to object. This is character evidence.
Sustained.
May I approach on this, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay,
I have to
but it's
tell-
going to come
like-
down to me.
What do
I'm afraid.
Objection sustained.
I'm sorry, I'm back, Mrs. Walker.
Sir.
Now, in all candor, were there occasions when you believed that Sarah Boone may have been under the influence of alcohol?
Whole family despises me. I'm afraid. That has nothing to do with it. Yes, it does.
No, I can't say.
Did you also observe George Torres during the time that you lived there in the apartment complex?
I didn't see him very much. If we sitting on the porch, that's the only time I see him.
Did you know Mr. Torres very well?
No,
Was there an incident when you saw Ms. Boone with a black eye?
yes. One time I seen with a black eye and like she had been choked one time.
Okay. Did Ms. Boone complain to you about those marks?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further.
Any cross-examination?
Hi, Ms. Walker.
Oh,
Is it fair to say you're not sure when exactly you saw any of those injuries on her, correct?
say that again?
You're not exactly sure when you saw any of those injuries on her, correct?
Once she come past the apartment, I'll be sitting out there, 'cause we always sit out there.
Right, but we don't know if this is December or 2018 or anything
I
like that.
can't remember, sir.
Okay. And is it fair to say you have no idea how she got those marks? Is that fair?
Repeat that again?
Do you have any idea how she got those marks?
The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend.
On the weekends, I see him and her go in.
Okay. But you don't know who, if anybody, put those marks on her, right?
Well,
Just calls for yes or no.
I can tell when they must have had an argument or something. I hear the dogs barking.
Okay. And you're 5 doors down, right? Unit 8, Unit 3?
Yeah.
Okay. No other questions?
Any redirect examination?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Can this witness be released?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Ms. Walker, the deputies are going to come get you and take you out, okay?
We all done?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Listen to George try to explain why. The police activity needs to stop. He goes further to tell Sarah how Lucas deserves better. Sarah just cuts him off, several times rudely, even teasing him about his classes. George was learning in his classes, and Sarah could have been jealous.
Okay, how about this? When beautiful Lucas is here, We don't listen to none of that. I don't want to hear sirens. It's just beep, 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 all that. Whatever. I don't want to listen to that. It's every single day. Beeping and we hear enough of it out here in reality.
Are you gonna be nice tonight?
Yes. Yes. I promise you, I used to just
Go for a walk.
by myself.
Yes.
No.
Go for a walk.
No, I'm just gonna chill out. If that's the case, I'll just chill out. So much like this.
Don't ever be a woman.
How can I be a woman?
Don't ever.
I can't. But I can somewhat understand.
Don't ever.
I can somewhat understand. Somewhat understand. I can somewhat understand, yes, where you're coming from. But when you have a child and it's like right now, this is too much. But we had a blast with them. Amazing.
Then you got out of sorts and pushed me, and he stole my phone and called Graham.
got out of sorts. Why is it that I got out of sorts?
You pushed me.
I pushed you. I didn't push you. How do I get out of sorts all of a sudden? I don't want to hear it.
You drink too much, and you're upset.
Drink too much.
Go get your fuck card shit.
What are you talking about?
Your retard paper. Don't hit women.
Have I hit you? No. So where are you going with this? Sure, whatever you want.
You can tell you're on my
I'm not doing.
Do I ever get a bus? No, I don't.
I'm not doing anything to you.
No, I
Sarah.
never do.
I'm not doing anything to you, Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Sarita. I'm not doing anything to you.
Yet.
It's not a yet. I will not.